As Tanoke gazed upon the vast, burning plains, a turbid black tide welled up from the horizon. He blew his bronze horn and raised his colossal obsidian club to his shoulder. The crisis emerges, yet the tribal leaders bicker endlessly. Let Tanoke bring his talking stick over and let it mediate the discussion. Tanoke belongs no longer to any tribe, yet his fury still burns unquenched. And thus did lonely Tanoke go forth, his colossal obsidian club resting on his shoulder, traversing the rugged wilds where dragons roamed, that wilderness of hot springs and lava. The first to come forward and receive the hero Tanoke was the great runner Wanjiru and her ruckus companion Kayeki. Her dark skin showed traces of her journey with the hero, the deep scars still visible. Though the constant infighting among the major tribes was exhausting, Tanoke's invitation had reunited her vigor. A ferocious battle for the burning lands of Natlan loomed. What reason did Wanjiru and her tribespeople have to refuse? The second to step forward and embrace Tanoke was the brave Minilek and his faithful companion Ngubu. Come, come, though every tribe has chased you from their sight, though we are always at odds, but in my eyes, you, club-carrying Tanoke, are a hero among heroes, a brother amongst brothers. The third to be found by the hero Tanoke was the cunning Sanhaj Kompore and his enigmatic companion Mahamba. Sanhaj had been persuaded by the talking stick before, and the hero agreed to give him the spoils before he agreed to join the Fellowship of Warriors. Kompore had foreseen his and Tanoke's heroic end, and how the place that would become known as the Mare Jivari in later days would be born. But nay, it matters little. It matters not. Perhaps there may come a day when the scoundrel, made famous for being clever as a viper, shall become a hero. The fourth willingly volunteered to join the hero Tanoke. This was young Burkina and his reckless companion Kongamato. Burkina had never experienced the hardships of battle with Tanoke, but the imposing obsidian club guided him towards the perilous journey. War had left countless scars upon Tanoke's body, and for Burkina, these were the proof of the path that he too must tread. Revolution should be the fate of the young, to bleed for burning justice rather than rotting on a comfortable bed of grass. The fifth to be persuaded by the hero Tanoke was Sunjata, chief of the mines, and his steady companion Muhudu. For the stability of the tribes, and to avoid further conflict, I once petitioned the Pyro Archon to vote for your expulsion. But even today, you have yet to give up on bloody battle. It just as well, then, that this may be the final battle of our generation. If you are so determined to go, then I have no reason not to accompany you. But do not involve my tribe. The sixth to go with the hero Tanoke was his greatest foe in his youth, the giant Tupac. No mount could possibly support his massive body. When Tanoke carried his huge club in Tupac's dwelling to speak with him, he found him carefully counting the multitude of scars left on his body by challengers. Over 300 scars, 20 broken bones, and over 100 shards of obsidian buried deep within my flesh, like tiny jewels. 200 minor wounds, 2 broken ribs, and 1 eye that will never again perceive distance. The trophies you left me are equally generous. The 2 former enemies burst into righteous laughter, and they joined hands, and thus Tanuk found allies from each of the 6 major tribes. Glittering like the flames of roaring wildfire, they crashed into the mountains of darkness.